Richard Henry Rise Life Management Services. Uh, we developed a partnership with the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission back in 2005 to develop a program for the prevention, treatment, and research of gambling disorders in Jamaica, with Rise providing the expertise in addiction and the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission providing the funding, which is most crucial and important to the program. The program has grown tremendously over the past 10 years. We focus on prevention and treatment. The prevention aspect has us going into primary schools and doing a prevention lesson plan. If I just go back a little bit about why it is that we would have such a program, as you begin to increase the opportunities for people to game in Jamaica, you're naturally going to increase the number of people who are going to develop problems related to gaming. With that said, it is important to have the requisite support services to be able to deal with a lot of these issues that are going to come up. Hence, why our prevention program has gone back into the primary schools and specifically at the grade 5 level. We also do one-off prevention programs with community groups as well as PTAs and just about any group in Jamaica that has an issue or has people with issues with gambling or is looking at preventing people from getting into problems with gambling. The treatment aspect of it has us in working with adults and adolescents. We provide a counseling program. We do this for youngsters who are referred from the schools having to do with being caught gambling, as well as quite a few individuals. We're talking about adults now who have gambling related issues, who may be gambling, whether it be horse racing or in the gaming lounges or even some of the illegal type of gambling that takes place on the corner. But we have quite a few of those clients, and just out of the amount of gaming lounges that we have now, there are quite a few individuals who have developed problems as a result of being in that environment. So it is important to have also that treatment service for them. We have a telephone lifeline as well, where people can call in, get information, get a referral, and sometimes have counseling, not to any deep level, with regard to a gambling-related issue. It is from this telephone lifeline that we recognized that more and more people were developing issues with gambling, and that's when we approached the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission about developing such a program. Another major arm of what we do is in research. Though we don't have a lot of funding to do this research, we still were able, again with the support of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission, to have a study done on gambling among adolescents in Jamaica. It is the only study done in Jamaica and again in the wider Caribbean on gambling, and that's a landmark study. We're hoping to be able to do a study on adult gambling as soon as we're able to get the funding. But it is definitely a study that needs to be done because our gambling industry or gaming industry is advancing quite exponentially, and we need to have a handle on whether we have the level of gambling disorders that we have. And it's not just about looking at that so maybe negative aspect of this research. It's about looking at what are the games people are playing, what are the games that people like to play. So the study wouldn't just be about gambling disorders. The study would also yield information that would be good for stakeholders in the industry in terms of the games that people like to play. We also do training, which is very important. Training on the prevention side. So we have trained with every guidance council on this island and given them a lesson plan manual that we developed to be able to implement in the schools with youngsters who are not gambling, but just giving them information about what gambling is about and what they can do when they're 18 and make that decision that they want to get into that type of activity. A major arm of our training, though, works with people who are in the gaming lounges, the staff members of gaming lounges, because that's a group of individuals that are vulnerable to developing gambling related issues. So we do training. We have been doing training. We started out with Supreme Ventures, and we then took on Treasure Hunt. And those have been the two organizations that have really taken to the whole idea of responsible gaming and ensuring that the staff members are up to speed in terms of understanding the principles of responsible gaming, as well as being able to identify individuals with gambling related issues. It is significant that the people who work in gaming lounges are trained, even down to the person who is a security guard, because they'll tell you in the gaming lounges that a lot of times the people who come up to them, people will come up to them seeking help, seeking advice, people who are depressed, and a lot of times they don't have the knowledge and the understanding. So one of the things that we did was to actually train the security personnel who work for Treasure Hunt. And that was a good experience. And we've seen some of those same security guards on the job now with a lot more knowledge and know-how and how to relate to some of the clients who may come up to them depressed, etc., and what it is that they should do. And that's also, I think that's very important.